What's up, everyone? This is Vic, and this is Vic's Many Things. This is a new channel for me, so whatever you do to get involved with this channel, I appreciate it all. Subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Also, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook, handle name Vic's Many Things. So definitely get involved with me on all these platforms because I'm excited to bring to you exactly what it is Vic's Many Things is about. Today we have the mother load of all purchases, and I'm excited to show you exactly what I got. Because all this stuff is definitely what's gonna help me blast off to another level. Because right now we're talking about everything you can possibly think of. We're talking PlayStation, we're talking Nintendo, we're talking N64, we're talking Super Nintendo, Sega. I have pretty much a little bit of everything. In this one purchase alone, this person gave it to me for a great deal, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and look at the tops of these boxes. But today we're not going to be going through all of them. We're going to just look at the tops, because in future videos we're going to look at each console individually and break down what it is I got and what I intend to do with it. But today, let's look at the tops of these boxes. Okay. Alright, box number one is Atari. We got all kinds of Atari games. Right there at the top is a 5200, and the rest of them, honestly, I'm not sure, because I didn't grow up playing Atari, so it's going to take a little bit of research to figure out what goes to what, but it's pretty exciting. Got a controller for it down below, and then off to the right, bottom right, there's a few controllers for the Pong setup, and then keypads. Also within this purchase, I got a bunch of manuals for Super Nintendo games and in-box Atari games, and in-box N64 with assortment of few Game Boy Advance and other games. Above the manuals is a box full of N64 games. Below all those controllers are other cartridges. So there's a variety of things. To the right of that box, there's Super Nintendo, and then over to the right of it, there's also Nintendo. So that's Super Nintendo, that's Nintendo, and then far is Xbox. We'll get a little closer to that one once we get over to that section. But over here, above the Atari boxes, we have two boxes full of Sega stuff. So we have the Sega Dreamcast, Sega Game Gear, Sega Genesis, and the Sega CD and Sega Genesis. Below those consoles, there's a bunch of good games, loose cartridges, and a bunch of them with box and manual. So that's going to be exciting to tear through. If you like Sega, that's the video to tune into. We're going to be doing both those boxes. I'll probably sort them out beforehand, but for the most part, I'm going to show you everything that comes out of those boxes. Alright, so we have a box full of PlayStation 2 and a box full of PlayStation, along with a box full of PlayStation 2. So we have two boxes full of PlayStation 2 stuff, and one box full of PlayStation stuff. All that is really great stuff. I mean, we're gonna go through it, and that's what my content's gonna be kind of revolve around, is going through each of these boxes individually. So, like, for example, the box in the middle is all PlayStation. That is gonna be one video on its own, just kind of sorting out all the sports games, because I mean, obviously, there's gonna be some of those in there, but really just finding out which of those is kind of a gem, because there's a few gems in there that I noticed but didn't really get to do much more than see. So we're gonna look at them. We're gonna probably test them. We're gonna just kind of go through it. I'm gonna give you my assessment as to what it might be valued at, which some people might be interested. Obviously, those kind of things change, but it's good to know. But yeah, so that's 3 boxes of PlayStation stuff. I mean, it's just it was a great purchase, because there's just a little bit of everything. Within this purchase, we also got a bunch of boxes full of controllers, mainly PlayStation and PlayStation 2 controllers. Yeah, there's 2 boxes, and then there's just one full of just original PlayStation 2 controllers. And I guess there's also a couple of PlayStation controllers in there too, but for the most part, it is mostly PlayStation controllers that I got with this purchase. Um, yeah, it's gonna be a lot to go through, a lot to test, but it'll be interesting to see what's what, you know. And then, over on the couch, uh, within this purchase, I got one Guitar Hero guitar for Wii, and then the rest are for PlayStation 2, I'm assuming. And then over on that box, which is probably the best find of it all, aside from the Sega CD and Sega console, is the Rob for Nintendo. He's, I tried testing him. He's kind of not really working, but I'm gonna add him to my collection. Uh, that's one piece that I'm for sure definitely going to add to the collection. Um, so that's why I'm gonna have a little time to figure out how to get him to work. I know some of those, old motors might have gone out, but that's the sort of stuff I enjoy tinkering on. So we'll get him working. Maybe I'll do a video of it. Maybe figuring him out, diagnosing him, and getting him to work again. That might be one video on its own. If anyone's interested, just let me know. Uh, Leave a comment, and I'll try and make that one happen. Among this purchase, I got a small assortment of GameCube stuff. Handful of games, couple controllers, very cool Nyko carrying case. Holds, I think, 40 games, which is cool. There's not enough games to fill it, but that's a unique piece. I've never seen it. Also, to the left of them, of the GameCube stuff, is my 4 N64 consoles that I got in this purchase, and 3 PlayStation consoles. One appears to be modded, but yeah, I mean, these things are interesting to maybe figure out and get working again, or just assessing them. That'll be, if whatever I find not to be working, I'm gonna definitely try and make videos of them, figuring out how to get them to work again, and then maybe people like that, maybe they don't, but I'm doing what I like, so that's what's important, right? Above the consoles, you have Xbox, and so those consoles, I'm not sure if most of this stuff I don't know what works and what doesn't, because I just recently picked this all up. So a lot of it takes time to test and figure out what works. One being that box full of original Xbox consoles, and to the left of it is a box full of games. So I got the games, I got the consoles, but I need a controller, because those 2 controllers there on top are missing things to get them to work. But yeah, so that's a little bit more what I got. A little closer up of the Nintendo box, 2 gamepads, and below that is all the games. I got a few Nintendo games in box, which are pretty cool. And yeah, it'd be cool to add to the collection, or figure out what I'm gonna do with that all. So over here in the back corner, we have a box full of assortment of carrying cases. The one down below that's kind of like a baby blue, I'm assuming that's an original Nintendo carrying case. It's marked branded Nintendo, so it's authentic, or it's a, I guess it's an OEM kind of thing. It also has a few branding saying Z bag. I'm not sure what that might have meant. Maybe it's like for the zapper. But yeah, I mean, this stuff is like nostalgic to someone, and to me especially, because I grew up with this stuff. Um, the box full of like carrying cases has an assortment of like DS, Game Boy Color, a few generic, and then that hard case below the Pikachu case is actually a branded Nintendo carrying case for the original Nintendo cartridges. That's pretty cool on itself, you know. But yeah, this is the stuff I got. The bag above the blue Nintendo bag is a bag full of PC stuff. So PC controllers, PC games. Um, I know there's a market for it, so I mean it'll be interesting to find out what everything's worth. For the most part, that's pretty much the whole collection that I got. Right above the box of cases of carrying cases uh, is a AV connection TV port game consoles. Um, that's a whole box full of them. I've never seen half of them, but they'll be very interesting to find out what works and maybe even play a couple because those are pretty unique in itself because they're all preloaded games that that are probably hard to come by nowadays. I mean, depending on what games are what. But yeah, so that'll be interesting to find out. If you're still watching this, thank you everyone for watching and subscribe. Do what you can to get involved, and I just look forward to making more content and hopefully I get better at it because I know maybe this is a little rough or maybe it's not. I don't know really because it's all new to me and it's all something that interests me. So I'm just gonna keep going at it and let's grow. Let's do this.